In the harsh winter of 1347, a small village hidden deep within the dense forests of Europe struggled under the crushing weight of cold and hunger. The frost was so severe that the river, once a source of water and fish, had become an impenetrable icy barrier. Hope was fading, and the villagers sought salvation. Their guiding light was Nicholas, a kind-hearted monk who gave away the last of what he had to support struggling families. Children adored him especially. He would bring them handmade toys and tell stories by the fire. But one day, misfortune descended upon the village. A drought, followed by icy winds, destroyed the crops. Illnesses began claiming lives. And as it often happens, despair bred hatred. Rumors started spreading, accusing Nicholas of being tied to dark forces. Some whispered that his generosity was a ruse and that the toys he gave were cursed. One night, a mob stormed into Nicholas's dwelling. They seized him by force, blaming him for the village's suffering. Even his friends, those he had helped, turned their backs on him, fearing they might share his fate. Nicholas was brought before the Inquisition. He faced absurd accusations, communicating with the devil, using magic to curse the village. All his protests were ignored. The judges thirsted for blood, and the crowd demanded retribution. He was sentenced to be burned at the stake. In his cell, Nicholas did not pray. He was crushed not by fear, but by betrayal. That night, a mysterious figure appeared before him, a wanderer dressed in black, his face hidden in shadow. The stranger offered Nicholas a deal, power and vengeance in exchange for his soul. "You will be able to protect the innocent and punish those who betrayed you," he whispered. Consumed by anger and despair, Nicholas agreed. At dawn, he was led to the town square. When the flames engulfed his body, he did not scream. Instead, he uttered words of a curse, vowing to return. The fire blazed brighter, and from the sky, snowflakes began to fall. Strange for that time of year. Nicholas rose from the ashes, but no longer as a man. His body had transformed. His skin turned gray, his eyes burned red, and a massive black cloak draped over his shoulders. He took the sack he once filled with toys, but now its contents became a nightmare for those who brought harm. Nicholas became known as Black Santa. His first victim was the judge who sentenced him. One night, the judge vanished, and by morning, his body was found in the forest, encased in ice. Next, the village elders who had supported the verdict disappeared. Yet there were those he spared, children from families who had suffered unjustly. Deep within Nicholas, a fragment of his former kindness remained. But the darkness born from the deal grew stronger. Each time he enacted vengeance, the shadow consumed more of his soul. Lisa couldn't just sit idly by. After their first encounter with Black Santa, she felt compelled to find a way to stop him. While studying ancient legends, she stumbled upon manuscripts that told Nicholas's story. The writing spoke of a kind monk betrayed by his people. Lisa realized their enemy wasn't just a monster, but a tragic figure whose soul had been scarred by pain and hatred. One of the texts contained a crucial clue. The light that once sparked kindness in his heart can banish the darkness. Lisa pondered these words for a long time before understanding what they meant. To banish the darkness, they needed to reignite the faith and compassion that once defined Nicholas. But this was no easy task. Black Santa thrived on fear and despair, growing stronger with each encounter. Lisa recalled their last confrontation. She remembered how Santa froze when Tommy, despite his fear, stood before him holding a candle lit in memory of their late father. In that moment, something unusual flickered in Black Santa's eyes. Not rage, but sorrow. She realized the key to salvation wasn't through fighting, but through compassion. Lisa began searching for ways to awaken the part of Nicholas that might still remember goodness. She discovered an ancient ritual that spoke of only one way to break the curse, a selfless act of love and sacrifice. Lisa knew time was running out. Black Santa would come again. She told Tommy about her plan. Together, They lit a candle symbolizing their family and love and placed it in a prominent spot. Tommy, trembling with fear, asked, "Are you sure this will work?" Lisa hugged him, trying to hide her own doubts. "It's our only chance." That night, the sound of jingling bells echoed in the air again. Black Santa was approaching, but Lisa no longer felt terror. She was ready to face him, hoping that the light of their love could awaken Nicholas and banish the darkness forever.